Hi, I'm Sherry McGill, and you're watching Lessons Learned. Hello everyone, welcome to Monday Quilt Chat. I am about to cry because I have started this video at least 10 times, sometimes of which I have been many minutes into it. My phone kept telling me I couldn't put anything else in it. It was like it was full. So I would take it down and take some stuff off. Then I would get a little farther. It would tell me again. And each time that I do that, it does not save the video. There's no way to save it. Once that message comes up and I turn it off, or I accept the message, either one, the video is gone. So this is just comical at this point. I just had to tell you that. So many times I've stopped and started and thought, I'm just going to tell them what's going on because this is ridiculous. And finally I decided, this time I'm just going to tell you. I'm about ready to pull my hair out. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope things are good in your neck of the woods. Your corner of the city or whatever, wherever you live. We got folks from all around the world that listen to the chat and enjoy it. So welcome back. So here we go. Hopefully this will be the last time. I'll let you know if it is. Alright, Designer Mystery Block of the Month, Nantucket Summer. This is through Fat Quarter Shop. You've seen this. I've done the first block, which is over here under the Clipboard Fun. And they sent me the second one. So I'm ready to open this one up and start on it. That's the Nantucket Summer line. And this particular block is called Starfish. And it's by Sweetwater Company. And it is 3 ladies by the name of Carla Eisenach, Susan Kendrick, and Lisa Burnett. And so they designed this block this month, and they also sent me my backing, which I wasn't my bank account wasn't expecting this, but I have to have it anyway, and it's going to be really pretty on the back, don't you think? There's also a quilt label in there. This is 7 5/8 yards, so yeah. I got almost everything I need except the blocks themselves to put that together with. What else? I went through a bunch of my scraps this weekend. The retreat is coming up, and I wanted to do some little gift bags for everybody. Just something from me personally to each one of the attendees. So I went through and cut out of my scrap basket pieces big enough to make those. These are 5 by 10, just everything under the sun. And they'll be lined with muslin. I didn't have enough muslin scraps to do it, so I'll have to do something else for the rest of them, or go get some muslin. I'll probably go get some muslin. So all you do is just take this in half and make a little casing and make a little bag, and I'll put some little sewing goodies in there, or candy or whatever. We'll see. But at least I've got that started, because you know it's getting to be 7 weeks away. I gotta start putting those together. I also realized in my scraps I had quite a few big, good sized K-facet scraps, and I think I'm going, since I ironed them, I was going to put them in the stack, but I ended up with enough without using them. There's 70. Did I say this? There's 75 people coming, including myself. So I thought if I needed to use these, I would. But turns out I had enough of my other types of fabric to do it with. Anyway, there's a fly. I'm going to keep these out separate now. I don't think I'm going to cut them down into, the categories that I normally do. I have some over there that are, that I could put with this. I think I'm going to keep these in a separate bin. So I might make a K-facet something in the future. Maybe a bag. Make a cute bag, wouldn't it? And then also my batik scraps are separate. So my big basket is only this full now. I can't believe it. I've really been going through it. And speaking of scraps, the Scrappy Table Runner Challenge is going on. I hope you're working on yours. Go back and watch that video titled that if you haven't, and join in on the fun. It won't take you long, and you've got till September 2nd to get it done. Today's the 21st or something like that, so you got time to do it. I made a pretty big one, but you don't have to make them that big. The challenge is use scraps and a solid between your scraps, and that it's something for your table. A table topper, table runner, placemat, whatever. So yeah. And I've got a picture already, a photo from someone that's already done. So I'm saving those photos up for September 2nd. That's a Friday, and I'll show you all of them together. So that'll be fun. What else do I have? I have received the latest American Patchwork and Quilting. This is the October 2022 autumn. That pretty quilt on the front. And go and get this if you think you may want to learn how to baste your quilts with pool noodles, because there is a nice 2-page, well illustrated article on how to do that. I've not done that before, but I'm going to try it if I can find some pool noodles. It might be next spring or summer before I can try it, because I don't think you could find a pool noodle anywhere right now, this juncture of the seasons. And then what else was in here I was going to share with you? I didn't mark it. I should have. Lots of great stuff in here. Lots of great fall themed quilts. There is a cover for your sewing machine if you really feel like you need a pattern for that. I still haven't done that. I need to do that. Is there anything else? I don't see anything right off the bat as I'm flipping through, but this will probably only be out another, I don't know, a couple, 3 weeks. It'll be gone. The sew along that I wanted to start up. I'm thinking about making our sew along the same one as Pat Sloan's, the one called Hometown Charms, and it's on her website, I love to make quilts.com. So if you would, I'm going to make this either way, if this is what I decide it's going to be, or if I come up with something separate. I'll let you know on that September 2nd date, as I originally said. But you can go to her site and print all this off, and that's the layout. There's several layouts, but this is one. It's 12 blocks, and that one block in the middle is the first one that we do. You know, I was thinking about doing something related to houses, like house blocks, and I kind of have a feeling this might be what this is. So we won't know what she wants us to do until, I think it's each Wednesday, she'll come out with a new sheet that you can, or a new page you can go and print out and do the block for that week. And this runs through December 7th. So that's about the same time frame I was thinking about for our sew along. But I'll let you know for sure. Even if I do decide to do something else, you'll still have a good 5 days or so to get your stuff together. And I was going to mention that she's using Laundry Basket Quilts Lady Tulip Fat Quarter Bundle, and her coordinating fabrics as well as from that line by Edita Sitar. Edita Sitar. I used to call her Edita Star, but it's Sitar. Alright, I received some things in the mail that I bought. One of which is from So Yeah. It's this pattern, Project Bags 2.0. And let me tell you something. As easy as that looks, there's 10 pages of instructions. I started to get it out and see what I needed to make one. And I was like, oh. Now, there's 4 sizes, and the instructions for each of them are running concurrently, I guess is the word, in these instructions. So you kind of have to, I think I need to go through with a highlighter and decide, you know, what size I want to make first, and highlight all the instructions for that size, even though they're all similar but of course the measurements are going to be different. So I've been wanting to make some project bags and work with zippers and things on bags, and I thought this might be a good place to start. I used to make clothes and put zippers in, but it's not the same as this. It's similar, but I need to learn something on this. Also, did you all get in on So Yes Notion Night? Ooh, buddy. They had Olfa. Olfa, they bought somebody's old stock of Olfa, someone who's not in business anymore, and they sold it to us for cheap. And of course, it's not cheap, but it's cheaper than what you would buy if you went to anywhere else to buy it. I got this big old square ruler. It's called the QR16S. And it's the kind that has the frosty back, and it makes it to where no matter what fabric color you have, you can see the marks. Something magical about that frosted back. And then it's got the line going down the center where you can, your 45 line, and then your inch measurements and other fractional parts of the inch. So it's a 16.5 inch ruler. And I got this, and this is not just any ruler. Olfa mat. It's a rotating one. I've always wanted one of these. These things are like, I want to say $75 or something in the store. Outrageous. I don't remember, but this is the big one. This is the 16 by 16 inch, and I think I got it for $35, something like that. Anyway, they were selling stuff for less than half off, more than half off. What I mean to say is if you cut the price in half, it was even less than that. So I got that. So that'll help me a lot. That's for when, like, you're cutting your fabric, your smaller pieces, and you know how sometimes you have a square and you need to trim all the way around it, or on 3 sides, or some odd position. Instead of being dangerous with your Olfa cutter, you can, or walking around the other side of your table, which is what I usually do, you can just rotate that and stay standing where you are. Cool. Had to have it. I also got a pink Olfa cutter. I don't know what I did with it, or I'd show it to you. It's just a 45 millimeter cutter and some Endura blades for my 45 millimeter cutters that I have. So just a little stockpiling of those. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to tell you? I'm telling you, I should carry a notepad around with me all the time, because things come to my head and it's like, oh, I need to put that in the Monday chat. Oh, I need to do that. And then I never do. I think I'm going to remember it. But, oh, I do see one thing back there. See that block right there? Remember on Friday I told you I had all my things on the board, all my little pieces on the board. So I did that on Saturday. Got that done. I'll show a closer up one of that on Friday, because it's a finished project. So yeah, I got in here Saturday and finished, or Friday, maybe it was, yeah, I think I said I was going to do that on Friday, didn't I? I think I did it Friday afternoon into the evening. I got it done. And then, let's see, we had a retreat meeting by Zoom on Saturday morning, just answering questions about the retreat that we were wondering about. I didn't get to stay for all of that, but the majority of it, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty fantastic. So I'm getting really excited to go, even though I don't really like to travel, I don't really like to fly, things like that. This is the one thing I would want to fly to. So I'm getting anxious about getting there and enjoying that week. I'm sure it'll go by fast. Time will go by fast for it to start, and it'll really go by fast when we're there. Alright, so I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you've got some things to work on. I'm sure you do. Get something out and get started on it, or get it finished, or just make some progress on something this week. There's a lot of weeks where, you know, I feel like I'm just moving stuff around and doing a little here, a little there, and UFOs are starting to pile up. And when I say UFOs, I mean the finished quilts that I have that I need to quilt and bind. So, you know, I need to do the sandwich, I need to get it on the machine and quilt it, and I need to bind it. So, I guess in January I'll have to get each one of those out and really start hammering into them, get those things done, and I'll have a passel of quilts done and see where they go from there. And many new projects to come too. So, alright, you guys, enjoy your week. Sew a little something. Spend a little time in your sewing area, your sewing room. And if you don't have a sewing room, don't worry. Just find a little corner in your house somewhere that you can claim as your sewing area and make it work, because you'll find a lot of fulfillment and joy in doing sewing and quilting projects, and kind of relieves the stress of everyday life, and it's good for you, as I always say. So have a great week, and I'll see you guys during the week, and for sure on Friday. All right, bye bye.